Maybe having her not as the actual leader, but as basically like a second in command or someone very high up the chain there. Just to have her not ultimately responsible for everything, because I find it a little bit difficult to believe that Nano would be okay with this.
I wonder why.
True. Like if she's a second in command, she could kind of, they would still not like it very much, but it would make her, her turn to a more, quote unquote nicer character. Like she regretting her actions would be a bit more believable.
Yeah.
It wasn't her idea. She just went along with it and didn't really think about it much at the time. But if it was, if it was her idea and she created all this, Nano probably wouldn't want to deal with her at all. Well, unless she was in a prison cell.
Oh yeah, so the enemies in here sometimes scream the word victory.
Victory?
And do you know what I say usually?
Oh?
Victory or Sovereign Guard!
Victory or Sovereign Guard? I mean, yeah, that is a Skyrim quote.
Yeah, so do you now understand why I just have to?
I mean, to be fair, right? Victory or Sovereign Guard, it's kind of a dumb thing to fucking shout. Same goes for like the real life version of victory or death. Like, why are you making it sound like death is a completely okay thing for you? I'd say just victory.
The enemies do say victory in here, but I just find it funny
that in Skyrim or in any other media, it's like, why do you?
Yeah, but
why add the other thing?
Yeah, no, true. But I still like it though, like the entire victory or Sovereign Guard. Like whenever they just say victory in it, I just have to add it.
It's a nice little throwback to a better game, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say Skyrim by itself is necessarily the better game, because it's the mods that carry it, not gonna lie.
Especially now, yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, back when Skyrim came out, it was God's gift from heaven, basically.
But yeah, no, like that's the thing though. Like there weren't any mods at the time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I've played Skyrim, like, I've played Skyrim on my old PS3. So mods were out of the question, and I still played through the game like a fucking billion times and enjoyed every single thing of it, because Skyrim is so massive that every so often I still find a cave I've never been in before. Usually because I don't bother with a lot of caves, but yeah. Like, you can still find little hints or Easter eggs that you kind of just completely ran past. There are like a billion of them. There's like a whole YouTube series that's this one guy. It started as a joke where he made one episode detailing like 10 things that you tiny little details that Skyrim, that you might have not, known about. And then he did another and another. And it went on to about 53 episodes. That's 530 little things in Skyrim. And a lot of them, I didn't in fact know. It's like, what? I played this game for years. This goes to the quality what Skyrim really was.
Yep.
And it's sad because, a game like Fallout 4, it just can't compare. And this is why I'm so terrified of the new Bethesda games that are coming out, the new Elder Scrolls and that Starfield game. One, obviously, is Bethesda themselves. They've not made things easy for themselves by the way they've been behaving, obviously. But even their track record, even Fallout 4, which is a game which you could consider a, decent success, even that wasn't particularly good.
Okay, I'm going to say Fallout 4 is practically an interesting and good game, but it's not part of Fallout anymore.
Yeah, it just kind of just feels like a kiddie version of Fallout. Like if you compare fucking New Vegas compared to Fallout 4, there's like a stark difference in atmosphere and story there. New Vegas feels like a fucking apocalyptic wasteland with no rules and fucking deadly shit all around, the zombies and so on. In Fallout 4, you just while you're walking through the wastelands, you just don't get that impression. Even the story itself, it's not like delivered dramatically. You're like, yeah, you have to look for your son, and you as the player don't really even care about your own son. It's your fucking son. And you spend most of the time building your settlement anyway, because you don't give a fuck.
Oh no, I don't actually do that for the settlement. I just can't.
And then there's the multiple endings. Multiple endings, yes, they're all kind of the same anyway.
Multiple endings looks at literally all 4 of the endings. Literally only the one at like the how'd you call that? Only like the bad faction, the one that's eventually being led by her son.
The one at the institute, you mean?
Yeah, that one. That's the only
different one.
Yeah, and do you know different by how much?
Well, not a lot.
The first couple of seconds of the fucking cutscene, that's all.
Yeah.
Because I've seen all of them. Because I've actually got all of the endings during the streams at the time in 2015.
Yeah. Fallout 4 has been it was such a disappointment. I have to add though, this is nothing to do with Bethesda, but there's one mod, or there's a series of mods that really turn Fallout 4 into an amazing experience. And this is coming from me, and I really hate Fallout 4, but that's something everyone has to try. Pretty sure I mentioned this to you, but the Sim Settlement mods.
I have
fucking brilliant.
I am
especially with the last additions to it, where you can basically take over the wasteland as a raider. It's so cool because you can basically take over the settlement. Then you've got like 6 blueprints to select from, and according to each one, like the settlement will build up itself, and you'll basically have to upgrade building for building. It's literally like you're playing a Sims game.
You know, I have the mod.
And if you do like the factions additions to it, like you can take over for the Minutemen and just take over the entire wasteland. If you used another edition, you can preload some of these settlements at the start of the game, which will then be taken over by raiders, so you actually have to conquer them, which is fucking cool.
Just so you know, I actually wanted, so when I was going through Skyrim at the same time, I actually want to have I actually want to do like a Fallout 4 series as well.
He gave us food and defended us when the
I actually have Fallout 4 with mods installed.
Yeah, the thing is, Fallout 4, again, with mods, it makes it a pretty fun game. But especially I'm just a fan of the Sim Settlements mods, because they just turn like the entire base game, without quests, into a game of its own. Where, you know, just walking around taking shit over in a wasteland is a good enough experience.
Oh no.
But I wouldn't say that. I mean, other mods that you can download for Fallout 4, like they're cool, they're fun. But I wouldn't say. I'd say that the mods for Skyrim are
better.
I'd say I enjoy them more. But that's probably because Skyrim blends itself to mods better. Because most of the mods in Fallout 4 are basically all around different armor sets or weapons or whatnot, and that just kind of gets boring.
You know, like
they're amazing weapons. The guys that made them, they're amazingly skilled. It'd be like downloading a new sword every week for Skyrim. Like, it'd be fun, but you'd want more out of a mod.
Yeah, but like that, I never looked actually for those mods. Like the mods that I have, like I actually have a pretty okay mod list from what I feel.
Yeah, no, I've had a pretty decent mod list. I'm pretty sure I deleted my old one, so I have to make one again. But there are a couple of really cool ones.
I can share my mod list with you eventually as well.
Yeah, sure.
Because I am still planning on recording that series. I just want to be far enough into Skyrim before I do that.
Yeah. I've been walking around in my modded Skyrim for like ages, just walking through the world, see if I can see any stutters, lagging, or crashes. But so far, so good. So it's a pretty stable mod list, which is good.
Ah, we're going to kill someone who has been abducting humans.
All I need to do now is identify any potential updates. See, let me just go to the mods in the mods. You'll see a couple of good ones. Have I got the greatest company? I do not. Let's get that on the mod list. Let's get that tested and ready to go for OSRiddle here.
Which one?
Yeah, notification mod for.
Oh yes, please.
Probably gonna use that one personally as well, because I just can't play Skyrim without having Legacy involved anymore.
Do you also have like all the other special Legacy mods installed?
No, I really have to make like a dedicated mod playlist for it. The thing is that there are so many fucking like there are so bloody many mods that you can use with Legacy. That the fact that I usually I just get to my mod limit very quickly because I install so many mods, and then having all of those on top of it, it limits the amount of mods I can ultimately install. So I usually save some mod space by toning down the requirements for Legacy and getting some more impactful mods installed instead.
Yeah, so you know how I am when it gets to mods. Like I just need those Legacy mods.
Like I'm looking through the Curator's Companion mods, and even that, it has like an armory of additions. And I'm pretty sure these are going to be the same additions that the mod RBC in general has. Like I've got like the Ethereum armor weapons, Amulets of Skyrim, Artifacts of Bethia, Artifacts of Skyrim, and
Yep,
so
I
on
have
and
those.
so forth.
I have
All
those.
of those.
You know, those were in the original version as well of the normal mod.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense because for every edition they're going to have notifications, so the mod needs to know which ones you've got installed. Makes sense.
Yep. Luckily, I've got all of those installed because I'm that type of person.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look at. I mean, depending on how well this mod does, install it because I'm hoping that there's a really easy way for you to in the mod to check out what you have left to do, because that's always where Legacy kind of gets iffy. Because if I install so many things, I'm just gonna lose track of what I'm supposed to be collecting or not. Like if I've got billion quest mods installed, even some quest mods that I've never done before, I'm just gonna forget they're even in the game.
Yeah, no, true.
I am that type of chaotic, because I just keep installing shit, keep trying different things, and then in the end, when I'm finally playing the game, I've forgotten about half the mods I've installed.
You know, I have the same thing for
And especially for like something completionist oriented like Legacy is, I want like a quick MCM menu type of deal where I can see exactly what I've got left to collect. If I've got that, I'm good.
There's like a little menu thing for that in Legacy.
Yeah, I know, but it's not exactly amazing because it tells you
you
you need this item, but it doesn't exactly tell you where to get it, what kind of mod it belongs to, or whatever.
No, you know why?
Well,
talking of the guy, he will eventually just randomly get you to like either a mod or location. You need to talk with him enough. Like he will give you like every location as such eventually, from what I've heard.
Yeah, no. He will obviously, because every time you talk to him, he will give you like a random item, and that random item is pretty much anything that you haven't yet gotten.
Yep.
But
so
the thing is that I don't actually go back to him just to get one item and then go back into the wild. I basically go into the wild, stay there for like a good 3 days of actual playtime, and then come back with wagons full of items.
Same. But the thing is, every time you at least go to him, like it's at least another item that you might not have gotten otherwise.
Yeah. I have to tell you, the one addition that they added that I really fucking like is the crate by the carriages that you can just send shit back to the
Yes.
Oh fuck, that's such a lifesaver. I love that one.
I use that literally for everything. I just send everything.
The last time I played this, because the thing is, I keep forgetting that you could put shit like the base armors as well. Like you could put steel armor, leather armor, and all that in that. So the last time I did that, I was like, oh fuck yeah, there's a reason I always keep forgetting about that. Because an entire armor set is a pretty heavy thing to carry. But now it doesn't matter anymore. If I've got a lot of shit to carry, I could just put shit in my horse, walk right over to the fucking carriage, dump everything in there, and move on.
I have Sophia as well, who I'm trying to set to.
Who has the carrying capacity of a whole city?
Yeah, but like the thing is, like
carries a lot.
Yeah, but like the thing is, when I get to Sophia, I want to make sure that she actually can't do jack shit anymore. I want to make her only be for storing. I don't want her to attack. I don't want her to talk. And I do that with a reason, because she's overpowered.
Someone really doesn't want
I
any
mean,
visitors.
yeah. That's the reason I've kind of opted against taking her as a follower.
Yeah, but do you know what? Like, the only reason why I think she's a good follower is because of the fucking storage.
Yeah. But again, even that is basic, blatant, almost cheating. But yeah, it's kind of just. It's okay.
You're like, no matter if it's almost cheating, like I'd still suggest that as a, like that. It's at least less cheaty than fucking having her kill everything and like not doing anything yourself.
Yeah, no, that's literally like the almost pure definition.
At least like this way, like by fighting that way, like I still do all the fighting that way. Or another follower that is not overpowered.
Yeah.
But like I want to be able to just what is the best way to explain this? For fuck's sake. I want to be able to not
Riddle
have
and
to.
explaining stuff.
No, but like I'm also getting attacked like from every position, as you can see here.
Ah, yeah, I see. That's not great.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Ah, and there's the door and hello there. I got murdered. In any case, like I just have like
I died, yeah.
yeah, but at least like with Sophia, at least I just have like unlimited storage capacity. Because I just otherwise like, and this is especially for like the series. Otherwise, I keep going back to the place every episode, and like I do that already practically.
Yeah, I get it.
And like I don't want to keep going back there every time. Like sure, if I have something to deliver there, like, or like an actual item, like for a quest, like sure. Or if he calls me, but like I don't want to go back for like storing all the items or selling them every time.
Makes sense. I mean, anything of convenience is always appreciated. Anyway.
So the convenience that I get out of this is just the fact that I just, you know, I avoid having to do all the storage myself.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like that is a little bit of cheating that I will just blatantly allow myself to do. But that is also the only bit of actual cheating that I allow myself to do.
You have to have some margin of self-control, because otherwise, you know, kind of does, you know, excessive cheating also kind of sucks the fun out of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Or at least a challenge, which in some cases obviously is part of the fun.
Oh yeah, no, I love challenges in games, honestly.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm actually going through this room like attack blazing, even though I know that there's enemies that I literally can't easily defeat?
I have to say, getting back into Skyrim and just seeing, you know, the little wallpaper and background thing and walking through the world again, it's kind of getting me back into the fantasy vibe. I just had this massive discussion with Jojo the other day, kind of explaining to her why I, you know, write on and off as often as I do. You know, obviously everyone's kind of noticed by now that I don't really tend to finish a lot of the things I start. And
You and
at
finishing
some
things?
point, most of the people I actually used to show my shit to, it's got to the point where they're no longer very interested because they know I'm not gonna finish things anyway.
I'm still interested.
Then Josie's she kind of accused me of just wasting everyone's time. But what she has to understand is I don't start my work with the intention of dropping it later. Every time I start something, it's another attempt at finding the perfect story, one that I can invest in for so long that never really gets boring. Then that's kind of what my entire journey as a writer has been. I've changed my strategy up quite significantly every single time, but getting some core story traits in every single story, like recurring characters or themes. But I've gone from fantasy to sci-fi to the time travel to fucking reality to the VR thing or undercover shit or whatever. Basically tried everything now.
Who said that?
And that's always been just because, trying to find out what my niche is, if that makes sense. Like, what do I really enjoy writing? Because what happens every single time is I keep on writing stuff and I get involved in the story. And then it's not that I get bored of the actual thing I'm writing, it's just that I get very interested in another thing that I like. And I want to write about that. It's, I will have to make this one very clear to Joe. It's just I'm not an author. I'm not writing my work with the intention of selling it later. I'm just a student with crippling depression trying to have some fun. And if I want to write about something in particular, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the longer I do this, if I write one story and then want to go write something else, I don't touch the previous one for a long time. And then what happens is then when I want to go back and touch it up a bit, I'm so lost as to where I was that I decide it's probably better if I start something new. I had this with the story that one that actually had converted into a book. The first one that I can actually say is semi-complete, because at least the first act. Obviously, it's not the entirety of the story, so it's not fully complete, but at least the first act of the story, you can read it as a standalone story, so technically, it's semi-complete. But I wanted to return to it at some point, but then I, read up on the roadmap that I had, but then I realized, wait a second, I never planned anything out in advance of the second act. I never actually had anything planned out, but I knew from memory that I had some really cool ideas there. I just didn't remember them. So then, wanting to start that story and needing to come up with newer ideas that, from memory, aren't going to be as good as the ones I used to have, it kind of just feels like I'm killing my own story there, like I'm wasting my time there, or that at least the story that I would have had is not the one that I'd end up with now, and it's just a waste.
I feel that.
So obviously in the story, and that's probably like the downside, I'd say, of doing things the way I do. It's obviously when I start a story, I don't write just a simple little story, like a cute little story that you can easily remember or pick up on. The shit I write is usually pretty fucking complex, where the roadmap is there, but there's also like a vast amount of information that's not on the roadmap, that's just straight up in my head, like little nuances or themes that I want to get across, or characters. They're not 2D characters, they've got one personality and that's it. They will develop over time. They've got a different way of thinking from other characters. At least that's the way I want to do things. But that amount of detail is difficult to keep track of, especially if you've not been doing it for a time. A simpler story, like with one primary protagonist and like one plot line and a couple other characters, that's fine, that's easy. You can pick that up whenever. But the stories I usually do, they're so fucking overly complex to the point where I start confusing myself.
We created them to serve us.
So yeah.
That is their sole
The fantasy story in any way,
so
that's where this entire discussion, this entire rant basically started. It's one of the stories that I'm still low-key working on. It hasn't been updated in a while now, and that's pretty much because I just haven't really been feeling all that well lately. Not not I'm sick or anything, just mentally. It's kind of been struggling financially, as you know, and it's just not been a great time. So I haven't really been interested in basically writing, because writing, it's a really creative process, so you need to be really focused, you need to be in the story as you're writing it, because otherwise it's just never going to come out right. And I just haven't really had that freedom of mind to really immerse myself in that world that I want to write about. But it's a story that I like, to such an extent that I'm probably going to continue it later, if not soon. So I'm slowly getting back into the writing mentality. I think just having the ability to go to school again has kind of just eased my mind a bit. So I was kind of worried about that.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
My family's been going absolutely insane, let me tell you. That they've done, my stepdad in general, he's made some decisions, and I'm starting to question if this guy is completely 100, because holy fuck. This guy legitimately, the last couple of weeks, they're still doing it, by the way. They're cutting out the power out of my room every night. And
What?
initially, this was because I wasn't going to school yet. They wanted to punish me for not going to school yet, as if I could change the starting date of my school.
What?
That's the kind of logic this guy has, and he's still doing it. Every night. It varies from day to day. They're cutting all the power out of my room. I'm dead. If I'm in the middle of something, it's gone. I was writing yesterday and I lost about half an hour's worth of progress. That's great.
Wow.
So, and the reasoning behind it just gets stupider and stupider. First it was, you have to go to school. You're not doing anything with your time. It's like, well, I fucking want to go to school, but I have another week left to go. What am I supposed to do? Just sit in front of the fucking building all day waiting for the doors to open? What the fuck? And now it's basically, you didn't get a job in the summer vacation, so we're punishing you now. You were literally with me when I wanted to go and get a job. You saw me get denied because of Corona. You know the entire virus is out and that everything is basically fuckface when it comes to earning money. And then still, they're like, yeah, no, you're just lazy. You didn't get a job. I went out to go and get a job and I've been denied every single time. It's not like I can make them say yes. If I could, that'd be fucking amazing. But
If you could, you'd actually secure me a job where I don't have to do anything.
if that was so easy, I wouldn't be having any financial trouble, no. But apparently, I like my financial trouble. Yeah, no, it's fucking brilliant. And it just gets getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous.
They've been experimenting on humans this whole time.
Meanwhile, my sister still being my sister, and luckily I'm no longer her target, but she and my mom kind of have a war going on at the moment, so that's not really done well for the tension. Obviously, my mom and stepdad have kind of discovered drugs at school, so that again, not particularly fun.
No.
And on top of that, obviously, the duo, they've kind of fucked me over with my money 2 months in a row. Because obviously the first month they were like, okay, we're gonna give you money. It's like, oh great, thanks. And then they halved it. It's like, you get 50%. But they didn't tell me, so by the time I got my money, suddenly I saw I was only 50% and I couldn't, pay half of my bills. Which is when I started complaining to, in your stream, and you were being all nice and suddenly gave me the money, which helped me out quite a lot.
Yes.
The second month, they basically did the same. Again, without telling me, the website itself says, you're getting this amount of money, and then I ended up not getting the money. But this was right when I discovered, hey, you remember all of those licenses you need to get for school? Yeah, all of those combined are like $200. Fucking what? So I couldn't afford half of those, as well as not being able to pay off some of the bills that I've had. I've called the companies and luckily they're fine with it this time. So I've kind of explained the situation. So
Oh no!
But yeah. Oh, look at her.
Impossible.
Oh no!
My favorite character.
Guards!
Your guards respect your sons. And when you appointed that hybrid as your dicastis, your sons turned to us.
Even my sons
Thank you, man.
bow to a warmonger. The humans are bringing war whether we want it or not, Poseidon. They should after what you've done.
You mean what they've forced us to do? Poseidon worries about the sun and his solar floral regeneration project. Catastrophe is coming for us. On that we agree. But there is only one catastrophe. Humanity.
When I got here, Poseidon said I was where I belonged. Someone
Of course,
tell me
fucking
why I'm
Juno.
really here. Now!
Such
Everyone's favorite
sadness.
character.
He's even more human than I expected. Eta, answer him.
Gladly. In you, we found opportunity. Imagine the
Yeah, all of that
possibilities if we
combined,
duplicated
yeah.
your hybrid form. We
That's,
could employ
ruined your
our
mood a bit.
technology to control your mind. You, hybrid, can be used to craft Juno's ultimate weapon.
Let me
Or
actually
rather,
see.
you could have been. My husband's experiment was promising, but after
I've got the
we've
companion
decided
mod
you
for
are a
Legacy
failure.
installed.
Our new weapon
but
is far deadlier than you could ever be.
It's not showing it in the MCM menu,
Viekatohirus.
which is kind of
Aida,
fair.
you didn't. I did.
Like, I've got the normal
Viekatohirus
checklist with
will
all the
rise.
items, which is
Project Olympus
big
will
fuck
strike
off
fear
list.
so deeply into the hearts of humanity, they would never consider
I
revolt.
don't see the menu
And
for
you
the
will declare my husband
Trainer guy.
the Dikastis Vasilevs.
Dicastis, stop this. If they are successful, we are doomed. All of us. You have to trust me.
Poseidon. I'll stop the
You
fuck
deal
out.
with these two. I'll find a way to stop their plans. It's too late. The procedure was already a success. The Viekatohirus lives. Can't you hear him stir?
You did this in my laboratory under the palace.
Guys, let's see.
was barred
Can
when I
toggle
outlawed
notifications
human
for specific
experimentation.
sections of the museum. Figuring one icons, scanning
Is
the
that
museum.
sound?
Sense.
Is that your weapon?
Choose from the right and center
I will
station.
bring justice to these two. But I need you to stop the Viekatohirus before it kills
Doesn't actually
us
say
all.
how to activate.
Go!
That one I'm looking for.
I want to murder Juno so much in this game now, but we just don't get the chance.
No, she's finally in front of you. This is your moment. This is the opportunity, and then you don't get it. God damn it.
After everything that happened in this game.
And it's not that your character can't attack her, it's just that he won't. God damn it, just stab her. Do something.
Oh no. Well, I suspect this is the very last boss fight of the game.
No? Go get him.
Remember that oh god. Hello there.
Okay.
Have you fought this? Yeah, you must have fought this boss.
No, let me see. I don't think last boss fight. Is it the weird climby thing with the many
Yes,
hands?
yes.
Ah, yes. That thing.
Is that the end of the DLC?
I'm pretty sure it is. At least
I mean, every
boss fight wise. If there's something after this, then that was just me being a potato and not finishing shit from the start. But yeah, it's Odyssey, man.
God.
Yeah. It's like Sin.
These minions are from Aida's experiments. I can't get too close.
You can't get too close. Okay. Fuck you. You're for fuck's sake. So I use that exploding arrow, and it just goes through the enemy and just, you know, hits the wall, doesn't do any fucking damage.
It's this big fuck off guy and he just goes through. Oh god damn it.
Also, I do more damage on like the back. Oh, auto crafting arrows is also on this one. Because I love myself some auto crafted arrows.
I like doing the initial boss fight when I did this. Is that this motherfucker? He's got like fucking what is it, like 6 arms or something? But luckily he only uses one of them at the time to attack you with. Like goddamn it, you got one job.
Oh no! Ow! 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 Don't throw shit at me, you absolute thunder cunt.
I mean, what else would you do when you've got 6 arms? I'd throw shit at everything. And everyone at the same time. I can, with 6 arms.
You were like, this cunt just literally threw a body at me that afterwards came fucking alive.
Ah. My bodies aren't supposed to.
Ah, I'm dealing fire damage to this fucker.
I'm still kind of concerned that I just can't get this mod to actually function.
Right. Fuck all of you. Fuck you. I'm doing some damage. I'm going to shit you right in your face. Fuck. Fuck you. Stop fucking attacking. You don't deserve to live, live, live. Fuck you. Oh wow. Hello.
Nope, because that'll be a little bit counterintuitive.
I tend to actually shoot at the enemy's feet.
Because I totally forgot that I had this sound over on installed. Again, in a new save, mod also doesn't register, so thank fuck.
Boom, bitch. I'm just getting poisoned here, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Oh, he's throwing out bodies again. Oh. Fuck you!
The only one dying is you.
Apparently, you have to test this because I just can't get the mod to work for some reason. But apparently, if it works, it also gives you a spell to summon the chest, and the chest is basically the storage thing from the thing.
Wow.
And useful as fuck.
Yep. Because you can literally just sort everything whatever the fuck you are.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's very handy. I just go to like an entire dungeon, I just instantly sort.
Yeah, because basically at the end of the dungeon, just get the chest up, toss all the loot in there, and you're good to go.
Yep. No! Ow!
Yeah, this
Ow!
fucking mod to work.
Ow! Sorry, this cunt started throwing me. This enemy just suddenly just jumps at me like this zombified cunt. Just jumps at me and instantly explodes. Oh, enemy! Boom! Oh. Okay. I've given fire damage to the cunt while he was in like the air. He instantly just came down. Ow. No. By the way, did you know that I literally don't have any other types of arrows in this game?
Really?
Yeah, I can show you. If I now go into my inventory, to my arrows. The only arrows I unlocked are the normal arrows. You can see how much I care about the bow and arrow in that sense.
Could never be bothered. Right? I just want my pen. The only thing I wanted.
Quite literally, yes.
Like, Riddle's a simple man. Just give her a predator bow and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but like, don't like they've done it as a skill, and like that's the worst part about it.
Almost half expect, you know, fucking Carter in the Osiris story to eventually get himself a predator bow. Just alongside his hidden blade, so just gets himself a predator bow.
Oh, I can do that in the thing. Like he is going to actually get a bow as well.
Say.
Yeah, not a predator bow though. Like I literally can't do that.
I mean, if it were in like VR, it would kind of still make sense, but in real life, I don't think that a predator bow would be viable. Be cool as fuck, but I don't think. I think everyone would look at him like really concerned, like the fuck are you doing?
I am using this bow and I'm controlling the arrow.
You
Like
fucking wizard now. You're like, maybe.
Like, you know what? Yes, I am. You're the wizard, Riddle. I fucking need to heal.
You've literally become Tom Riddle.
You know, a lot of people actually say that, like, it really sounds like Tom Riddle. And I was just like, yeah, I know.
I think we've heard this story before, guys.
Life suffering died with me. Enemy. Oh, hello.
Well, I worship Talos because I'm.
Yeah, I eventually worshipped that that cunt that just steals and such.
Of course you do.
But like you can if you get the right thing,
Who do
you can.
Worship? Oh yeah, I worship the biggest asshole in the entire universe.
Yeah, but like, do you know what the fucking benefit that is? Special enemies that. Yeah, no, you can just loot from some people. You can just loot their pockets. It is like a very special thing that helps you increase the money you get.
Yeah, you kind of see, you know, hey, this guy's had a lot of fucking money in his pocket.
And like, you just steal it, and like, every time you steal such a thing as well, you get like some special rewards as well.
Fuck, I've never had a courier run up to me a second after starting the game. What the fuck did he give me? The one thing I don't like about the courier, sometimes it just doesn't tell you what they've given you.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Wandering through your inventory, just guessing what the fuck. Oh wow! I think it's the happy birthday note. Oh wow, that's. Well, that doesn't happen a lot. Obviously, I've got the holidays mod installed because, of course, I do. Obviously, one of the things you can do is you've got your own birthday. If you don't take the time to, you know, implement your birthday before you start the game or in the creation process, it'll give you like a random date. Apparently, it started on the exact same date as, you know, the game started.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I've never had that happen. It gave me a birthday on the first day of the game. Huh. That is completely useless, but kind of cool. Hey guys, I just walk into Solitude like, hi guys, it's my birthday. Hey, Rockfear, it's my birthday. Oh, you're dead now, is that right?
I'm so close to defeating this cunt!
He's also very close to smashing that ground vapor. He's been hitting the floor. Like, well, no wonder you're winning. He's not even fighting.
No, he makes the.
He just saw a fucking ant on the ground that he really doesn't like.
Fire damage, please! Yes! 1 versus 100. Achievement unlocked. That's also what I like about GeForce Now. Achievements actually show up at this point.
Yeah.
We did it!
Point there, isn't it? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to talk to me? Oh, Jaren. Died. How are things?
Hey, Poseidon!
Don't.
You really are the greatest of the humans
not a-
and of my people.
This is not a standard Skyrim voice actor, but I don't recognize this
But
character.
they will not stop.
Maybe look it up?
If imprisonment won't
I'll
stop,
find out eventually.
then leave them alone in a room with me.
If imprisonment won't stop them, I'll leave them all in the room with me. I'll make sure they never hit anyone again.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot, but the Dragonborn Gallery had this
I don't
massive
intend to
overhaul,
prove
didn't it? Like,
anything.
it looks all
I
cool.
intend to stop this and to save those that have suffered because of your hubris.
So in the
I've
end,
actually,
brought
you know,
judgment to
I've never done the playthrough after the
Well,
the big Legacy of the
have
Dragonborn
Cerberus'
upgrade.
device.
Hello, Aryan, my best friend on the continent. Yes, give me the tour. Give me the. I wish there was an option to skip the fucking tour.
Yep.
I've seen this tour so many times.
I still remember when I wanted to record it, like, he just started giving me the tour, like, at the end. I just wanted to ask
Yeah.
for my key, and he just walked through that door, and I just
He
crashed.
walks through the door. Yeah, exactly. I've had that same thing. You have to stop it before he
Let
goes
me
through the
tell you
stupid door.
everything about your stuff. It is a bridge between your two
Yeah,
selves,
this.
but
I like this entrance to the
covering it with the powers of the
museum way
devices
more.
retrieved
It looks so
from the
spectacular.
Cerberus and the Gadohires. We can end Atlantis' cycle forever.
I've never actually done like a full-on, 100%, you know, collecting museum
I
playthrough.
wasn't just awakening myself.
It always had a big focus, but I
I
never
was
really
unlocking the
completed all
power
of
to
it.
destroy the entire
I
city.
think I might have to find myself some time to go take care of it.
In the wrong hands,
Get it done.
the staff has the power to destroy everything.
So
That
there's
is
another
why
Odyssey
you,
coming up,
and
Odyssey of
only
the
you,
Dragonborn,
could be
but
its keeper.
that might still be a while off. And I'm not sure if it's going to be as much. The thing is, I mean, because I've been told that basically Odyssey of the Dragonborn is literally
You said it
legacy,
yourself. Juno
but then
Etta
bigger
will
and
never
better. And
stop.
instead of a
I've seen those
museum, you have an whole
experiments
island or
in them.
something.
There's only
Yep.
one
Because
way
it's a
to end
separate
suffering
mod.
here.
Is it going to completely
Destroy this place.
replace Legacy, or is it going to be a separate thing? We don't know so much. We don't know anything about what the mod alter actually has in store for that mod. So it's all guesswork now. But if it's a side thing basically where you can do both at the same time,
I would love that.
yeah, that'd be cool as fuck. I mean, I'd also be down for a complete replacement because it's still fucking cool as shit because I love this mod. But I just don't see a lot of reasoning in the mod author completely reworking Legacy, only to then go and make a
Oh,
mod that
wow.
makes it completely redundant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it? When the entire city goes all water and basically destroys itself. Suddenly you're like, oh, this is how Atlantis became Atlantis.
Yes. You did good, Poseidon.
Yeah, the silence is the real MVP here. Oh, yeah, just shut the fuck up.
Wow, I just see Atlantis
One
crumbling.
wish is that I had more
And
time
you're like,
to learn
yes.
from you. In time, I may have learned to be more human.
Here, Poseidon.
Yep. Okay, so display prep station.
Oh god, what can happen now?
Something to the left or right of the prep
So the game suddenly threw me into a loading screen.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's not pulling me out of the Animus.
Yeah, fuck. Shipment planner. Oh yeah, carriages. Yes, please. Ints, player house. No, I don't know.
Keeper
Just the
of
carriages
the
will do.
staff, your trials are over.
Hey, we did the trials.
Throne room.
Tell me,
But again.
now that you have seen the fate of Atlantis, how do you feel?
God, it just doesn't turn on. Concerning. to
How
say the
how
least.
do you feel? I feel tired.
You want to know how I'm feeling?
Just want to go to bed on.
I'm tired, Lydia.
Your burden is great, Keeper. The staff will replenish your physical body, but with time, you must learn that your strength comes from within.
So, what was all this?
What you have experienced are echoes of memories, distorted, but no less real.
Whose memories?
These you, some were even my own. In my time as Dikastis, I also tried to bring balance to Atlantis, but it wasn't enough.
You?
And now you.
I'm ready to leave. You coming? We are entwined after all.
You saw Persephone rule through order, Hades through chaos, and even had a taste of being a ruler yourself in Atlantis.
It was a disaster.
You have seen there is no path to power for the Keeper. In the staff, you have the ability to bring this world to its knees, but that is not your role. You must use your strength to restrain the power of the staff, to guard it, to keep.
We're finishing this DLC! Finally! Do you know how many episodes it has been, like, in this entire fucking game?
Lol.
67.
My mother once told me I was sent by the gods to protect this world. I gave her my word. And now, I give my word to you.
And what of your
Persephone,
word, heir of memories?
Hades, and
You
Poseidon.
must wake up and redeem yourself before it's too late, or it will be you who tears this world apart. Now awake. The interloper has found you. Wake! Now!
Oh, we go back to the quote-unquote real world. Because the interloper has found you.
No! Where are you?
Talking to yourself, Layla Hassan? Clearly the Isu artifact has had quite the effect on you. You're going mad.
Otto
Mr.
Berg.
Berg, you finally showed up.
Oh yeah.
Most impressive. I knew if anyone could discover this place, it was you.
Leader of Sigma team, right?
You left Abstergo before you could be assigned this
Pretty
mission.
sure.
Sigma 6 found it just fine after you tapped into our comm signal. We know it was you.
Correct. What you don't know is that I've been listening in for much longer. Ever since you found the Book of Herodotus, from Templar research I'm sure you stole.
So
You're
just
a real Yahomar, so this is
install
over.
SKS.
Indeed.
Maybe
The world outside is coming to its
whatever.
inevitable end.
That's the reason the mod isn't
Whose
fucking
side you're on won't
What?
matter anymore.
No, just
Come.
the stupid curator mod. I just can't
does
get it to
matter.
work for some
I'll
reason.
always
So
be an assassin.
just
And if you
updating my
understand,
SKZ to see if
you're gonna
maybe
have to
that was
take
the
it from
issue.
me.
Because I just don't know.
First Victoria, now I Admit it, you can't handle the power of the artifact.
So the only thing that I hate about fighting with Layla is the fact that she has to use this staff.
Yeah.
And have never used
Favorite thing about the staff?
anything in that. Anything like the like.
It's the immortality.
I really did like the fact that, you know, he walked up to you and he was being all, you know, evil and
The thing
scary,
is, Mr. Berg,
and then you whip his
I don't
ass
care
in
if
less
you
than
live
10
or die.
seconds.
you just
Yep.
gotta get out of my way.
Not a particularly difficult boss fight.
Face it, Templars lost.
Ouch!
Yeah, no, Layla's taking no shit.
That felt great.
Well, I'm pretty sure also Berg disagrees with you there, but
Altair 2, come in.
pretty sure he was like, oh, that didn't really
Altair
feel
2,
that
come
great.
in. Atlantis has been compromised.
Alex.
Alethea?
Okay,
Alethea!
started my MO2, and now a whole bunch of mods have just unchecked themselves, which is weird. Okay.
Okay, think, Layla. Your comms are broken. How do you get help? Vic, I'm so sorry. We will be together again. One day.
Just imagine her waking up and she's like, yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
That night we got drunk and you wanted to dance, but I said no. Next time, I promise.
I mean, if the staff gives her immortality, why not use the staff on Victoria afterwards?
I'll like your terrible cooking. There will be a
Just
next
let her
time,
hold
right?
the staff for like 5 seconds. You'll come back alive.
Your earpiece. Can anyone hear me?
Victoria,
Well, this is
we've been
concerning.
trying
Now
to
the
find a
entire
way to
game
force
just won't start.
communication.
Well, that's great.
First, we lost everyone's vitals, and
Elena.
then
It's me.
Layla. How? This is Victoria's channel. Where is she? What's been happening down there? Did you finish the trials?
Yes, we have the staff. I finished our trials, but
That's incredible. An actual Isu artifact in
having some
assassin
issues,
control.
An actual Isu artifact in
I'm
Assassin
not in
Control.
of
Yeah,
it,
no,
man.
that's
Nothing's changed. Also, Berg
nothing.
That's the first.
He's in the
Yes.
throne room with me. Look, I'll explain everything, but the Templars know what we're doing, and they're after us. I need you to get me out of here.
With you? Are you safe?
We fought. He passed out, but he's stable.
And I'll just appreciate the fact that
Please
also
don't
Berg's
make
still
me check
fucking
on him.
breathing.
You didn't
Yep.
kill
Still,
him.
No.
still there. Like, ah.
He's still alive.
Sit tight, Layla. We're coming for
You just
you, but
impaled him with a
it's
spear.
gonna
How the
take
fuck did he still?
time. What are you gonna do?
Oh, well.
Until you get here, I'm going back into the Animus. There are a lot of people to say.
She's going back into the Animus, even though she just fucking quote unquote knocked out Otto Berg. Like
You literally looked at him, noticed the fact that he's not dead, and then you're going back into the Animus.
he could literally, for all you
are
know,
such a cunt.
Layla, for all you know, he is going to wake up and he's going to kill you while you're in there.
He could literally crawl over to you and just slice your throat.
Yes.
Layla.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Layla.
now the creator's companion actually starts up. Maybe it was SKZ.
Well then.
Okay, good that we've got that taken care of after like an hour.
Yeah. So that means I need to actually update mine as well.
Yeah.
Which I was
The
planning
one
to
thing
do
I
anyway.
noticed is after updating, my game wouldn't start up And apparently race menu was conflicting.
Yes, because race menu actually decides it also needs.
Yeah, it needs SKZ, but I didn't think that. Maybe race menu also has had an update then, maybe, or maybe I just need to do a fresh reinstall of that.
Yeah, no, you probably need an update or anything like that. Yes.
Yeah, well, good that we've got that sorted anyway.
Kefalonia!
So let's take a look.
Duncan, I'm back at Kefalonia.
Ah, home sweet home.
Home sweet home! And if I look at my quest...
Finally go back to see if Marcus has finally made some money with the stupid vineyard of his.
Yes, let's! That is around... Marcus's vineyard. There it is. What a good way to end the series. Going back to that same fucking vineyard.
Okay,
Because
so, yeah, I can see the... so the way the mod does this is it basically has a completion tab, and underneath that is like museum sections, armory sections, and supported mods. And then you can see how many of those mods you've got.
Marcos, what are you?
How many of those items you've got per section, which is pretty sweet.
Do you know where he is?
I honestly don't know.
Well, it all still looks very fucking dead, and like... It looks like nothing has ever fucking happened here. Ever since I left, so...
I mean, this is still Marcus we're talking about.
Good grief, Marcus. Good fucking grief. Also, I'm just seeing this person right next to this bit of money. I just stole the money, nobody noticed me.
So we've got this mod taken care of now. The curator's companion setup has almost completed. The mod will now update any existing information and check the museum for any found items. You will receive a completion message from the mod.
I have wolves on my ass.
Let's do the scan. Did you just start this playthrough, so I don't reckon
But yeah, so this was the entirety of the fucking Assassin's Creed Odyssey series. 67 episodes. This was one hell of an adventure.
I mean, it's a pretty long game, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it to be that long, Jesus.
No, it is literally the longest Assassin's Creed game I think they've ever made.
Yeah, no.
And I doubt if Valhalla will reach the same length. And to be honest, I'd be fine with a little shorter experience if at least the quality was there.
Yeah.
But you know, the Holy Grail would be a story of quality with the length of Odyssey. Like, that'd be fucking amazing.
Yes.
Never does forever.
Huh. I shot a dare, or whatever the fuck this is, a goat, whatever. I don't give a shit. 16 letter. Woo! But thank you very much for watching this channel. Have a good one, and we will see you all during the very next series, which I don't know what's going to be uploaded tomorrow on this time slot, because this is probably going to be in the same time as Skyrim.
Skyrim.
So whatever is in time slot 2 after this, I don't know. In any case, have a good one, and we will see you all during the very next time. Good day!